Should I try this health thing that's meant to help women with hormone stuff if I am somebody who doesn't have a hormone issue and doesn't have a gut issue? Well, first of all, how do you know? So I often receive this type of comment, and this is not calling this one person out in particular. This person may very well be super healthy and may have no issues or very few issues. However, I spend my days looking at lab work, blood work, Dutch tests, saliva panels, stool tests, food sensitivity tests, hair tissue mineral tests. I have very, very rarely seen a woman who has perfect health, optimal health, who hasn't worked her butt off for it. And a lot of times we have things that have been building over the course of our lifetime that are silent or nearly silent for many, many years. How does that work? Well, there's a cup model, and I've shared this before, but I'm going to share it again here. We all are born with a different cup, and everybody's cup is a different size. And that cup has a hole at the bottom. That's your detox and drainage pathways. Something most of us don't spend enough time focusing on. Let me know if you want me to make a video about that. And what fills the cup are our lifetime of exposure to things that increase our body's stress and toxic load. These are things all the way from mental and emotional traumas, to exposure to different environmental toxins like mold in your home, to inflammation from eating certain kinds of food or ingredients, like highly processed foods or artificial sweeteners or chemicals. Our microbiome makeup as to if it's adding toxins or things like histamines to our body's load, which, by the way, there are specific strains that actually do that very thing. It's super cool to see on a stool test when that type of strain of bacteria matches somebody's symptoms, but I digress. Anyways, all of these things fill that cup at a different rate depending on your body and who you are. And that cup potentially drains out toxins at a different rate depending who you are and how you take care of your detox and drainage pathways. And the point at which we experience symptoms is often when the cup is overflowing. It's too full, it's overflowing, it can't get out the bottom fast enough. The rate at which that happens, when it happens in your life, is entirely different for every single person. This is often, by the way, also why you might have a friend who seems to be in the picture of health, who has easy weight maintenance, who seems to usually be in a good mood, and who doesn't eat as healthy as you do, or doesn't exercise. Guess what? It's gonna catch up with that person. It's kind of a matter of time. Very few of us in modern society can get away with not having a very healthy diet, not moving our bodies for our life, and actually be healthy. And frankly, we're not really meant to be. Right now, I'm on vacation in Greece, and the food here is so incredible. It's all so fresh and so healthy, and there are things that I probably wouldn't eat as often back home in the United States, but here I'm eating them every single meal. Like, I can eat dairy. That's something I reversed as far as a food sensitivity for me many years ago, but I wouldn't really have a ton of dairy at every single meal. And here, I've had like plates and plates of it, and I feel fantastic. They don't treat their animals the way we do. They don't add chemicals to the process. They keep the healthy fats, and it's much easier to digest. In addition, my stress here is quite low. Who could be super stressed? It's beautiful, it's sunny, I'm spending the day at the beach. That also contributes to how my body can digest those foods. The point being, a lot of us who live in other countries that do other things to our food system have to be much more savvy and mindful of the things we eat and what we're exposing ourselves to, because in other places, they simply don't do those things to their food, like add a bunch of chemical ingredients and artificial sweeteners and food dyes and flavorings. And so they are for sure probably easier to be healthy. But many of us on here that I interact with are not in that situation. So anyways, long story short, you can think that you are healthy and feeling really good, and I would just recommend that you connect with me or someone like me periodically, have your lab work looked at, make sure you really do fall into that category so you can be confident moving into each next year of your life. Basically, I want to replace the doctor wellness visit with a functional nutritionist visit every year. A true annual prevention visit. By the way, if you want to book something like that with me, you can check out the link in my bio. And if you have blood work that's already been done by your provider, you can actually send it over and bring it to me, and I can give you the functional medicine interpretation, along with always assessing the symptoms that you have. Because we have to have context anytime we look at lab work, and we can never look at lab work as a single marker. It's all about how things work together. Let me know if you have questions about any of that.